Coming up on episode 4 of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle, we're talking about more wins for UNCW. They won 8 straight, 2 of them this week. We'll have highlights against Marshall and Louisiana. We introduce you to a new member of the Seahawks, CJ Luster, in this week's player profile. We'll hand out this week's awards and look ahead to one game this week. The Seahawks back out on the road against Valparaiso on Saturday. All that straight ahead. The Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle starts right now.
Gets a screen from Westler. Stutter dribble, drives in, spins. Far sideline in the left corner. It's May. High arcing three. Knocks it in. Ross driving left baseline and dunking it against the defense.
Well, UNCW wins 2 more games at home against Marshall, on the road against Louisiana. Mike Vaccaro here, and we're talking with the head coach of the Seahawks, Takeo Siddle. And Coach, you know, before that, the week before the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic, you're winning by nice margins, 20 or so. Here, tighter ball games, but you're still getting the wins. What'd you learn about your kids after these 2 wins this week?
Yeah, I learned that we can win any type of game, whether it's a low-scoring game, high-scoring game. Whether it's a blowout win or a tight contested game, which is what we need because that's what conference will look like. So I've learned a lot about our guys when it comes to that. You know, it brings you together when you have to. It brings you closer together when you have to win close games like that. You know, it tests your toughness and your resilience. It tests all of that. So, you know, I think those close games are really good for us.
Let's talk about Marshall here going into the game, a team obviously with some dynamic guards and a big guy in the middle, Matt Van Komen, who you saw last year when he was on Elon. But your thoughts going into that game, what you thought might be the keys?
Yeah, I thought, you know, just our half-court defense, you know, they didn't push it as much as they did in the previous years when we played them, but really efficient in the half-court. A lot of pick and rolls, a lot of three-point threats, big fella on the inside. I thought we would have to guard a lot of pick and rolls. I knew we'd mess a lot of them up, so our emergency coverage was going to come into play. I don't think we did a great job of it, but as the game got going, late in the game, we got key stops when we needed to.
Late in the game, you come from behind, down 7, 8-0 run, all free throws. Some things had to happen, but certainly they did for you guys, and a great way to finish.
Yeah, a great way to finish, Mike. I looked at that. I was looking at that last 7:51 yesterday, and we had some great looks. They just didn't go in for us. I thought we executed well. But the sign of a really good team is being able to just fight when things aren't going your way. And we were able to get to the free throw line and knock them down and came away with a really good win.
Yeah, it feels of really a conference game here, UNCW and Marshall. Last week in Trans Coliseum, let's take a look at the highlights.
That's a screen. Pushes off to May in the left corner. The three is all net.
Boy, he picked up right where he left off on Saturday night. That open 3.
May to the screener down low to Westler. Hammers it home, and the Seahawks tie the game at 5.
It's where the defense overreacted outside, and then Westler cuts backside.
From Westler, drops it now to May. May redirects, steps back, 3 for May, rattles home. Christian May, 2 for 2 from long range.
Tell you, early on, you don't have to worry about the shot clock at all. Both teams looking for that first open shot and take it.
Sideline, drives it left, dumps it on the right block to Westler, battling with Van Komen. Goes to the baseline, reverse layup with the left hand. How about that?
And we see that several times. He'll get underneath and use that rim as the opportunity to scoop unimpeded. Good 2 points there.
The first half. Hodge moves it left with the dribble, drives it to the block, spins back, shoots over Harding, and connects. Into Hodge, 4 points now, and the Seahawks down with 1 point here with 6:33 to go. Latest bounce pass Westler. Westler, one dribble, attacks the big man, and able to score to tie the game up at 24.
Yeah, they've got to run some offense through big number 2.
The right wing, inside Westler against Van Komen. Works his way into the paint, spins baseline, reverse layup is good, and a foul on Van Komen as well. He gets tripped up. Hollenbeck kicks it out to Ross. Shot fake, back to Hodge. Hodge three is on net.
Much better ball movement. Let the defense collapse inside. Open on the wing.
To right, spins back, bounce pass to Wessler against Fricks. Van Cohen's got 2 fouls, so he won't defend him, and Wessler goes to work on Fricks. Put him in the spin cycle, it goes glass. Wessler, they get it to Wessler, left of the paint. Wessler steps it through, flips it up, scores, gets fouled, and pumps his fist as well. He's been the energy guy here tonight, Marty, for UNCW. Williams drives, bounce pass Wessler, quickly with the left hand, a new career high, 18 for Big Pat, who's big here in this second half.
And Wessler knows he has an advantage with that matchup down low now.
Green, Hodge keeps it, off to Walsh. Walsh lets it fly for 3, and he hits it to tie the game at 56.
He needed that, the Seahawks needed that.
7-3 this season for Gavin Walsh. Gets the crowd into it now. 7:40 and counting. Fine Dirk.
When was the last time May took a shot?
Right here, and he hits it right on cue, Marty. Good call.
That's his first shot of the second half.
Front, Ochuti, he'll drive it in, blocked away out of bounds by Wessler with 2 on the shot clock. Trying to make it 20 and trying to give the Seahawks a lead. Free throw is up and good. UNCW leads 70-69, 18 seconds left.
70-69, the final score. UNCW an 8-0 run, all free throws to wrap up that game. But coach, throughout the game, you really established a post, and the presence was Patrick Wessler. 21 points, 13 rebounds, his 4th double-double, and certainly that was an emphasis in this game.
Yeah, Patrick, he really stepped up to the challenge. You know, we talked about their big guy a lot, and I think he took it personal. It was a pleasant surprise to us. We were able to throw the ball inside to him, and he was able to score with his back to the basket, which was key for us because we want to be about that all year. And, you know, Patrick did some really good things for us.
20 points for Nolan Hodge, 11 of those from the free throw line, a lot of those late as well, as the Seahawks able to close it out and stay undefeated at home this season as well. Exciting game in Trask Coliseum. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the game from Louisiana, the Seahawks and the Raging Cajuns from Saturday in the Bayou. Back with that next.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $6,900 in total savings on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Hey, grab me one too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two with fries and a drink, just $5.99.
Well, UNCW on the road against Louisiana on Saturday in the Cajun Dome. And, Coach, you knew this going in. This was going to be a tough one defensively because Quantas White comes from Houston's staff, spent 8 years there with Kelvin Sampson. So you knew points were going to be at a premium here.
Oh, yeah. No, and they played teams very close, and they grind it out. They fight you on the defensive end, and all the 50-50 loose balls, they won all of them. And they guard the heck out of you. They rebounded on both ends of the floor. We knew we were in for a challenge, you know. When you talk about the game and then you talk about the external factors, with it being in a 12,000-seat arena, and nobody's really there. You have to create your own energy. It was very similar to playing at a Northeastern. Obviously, it's not as big, but it's very similar as playing at Northeastern, and we had to create our own energy. So I thought it was a lot of positives that came out of that game. We fought through some adversity with losing our best player and our leading scorer, and we were able to get the job done.
Yeah, Nolan Hodge gets injured second half. You don't have him most of that half. How did that change what you were trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, it limited us to 7 guys. Guys had to play extended minutes. Some other guys had to step up and score a little bit for us and rebound for us. When you can win a game without your leading scorer and your best player, that's always a positive.
Yeah, continue to see growth from this team, certainly, and a way to finish once again. Very similar game to Marshall. The Seahawks able to finish at the free throw stripe. Let's take a look at the highlights now from Saturday. Seahawks hit the 70-point mark again. They win this game 70-63, the final score. They finished with 4 in double figures. So, Coach, you look at the offense, but how about the defense here recently for you guys? Really solid throughout the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic, and that carried over to last week as well.
Yeah, that's been our calling card. Just locking in on the defensive end and letting that take us through the game. Our guys understand that. The first half wasn't up to our standard. The second half, we really sat down and guarded. I think we held them under 30% from the field and about 31 from three. We really locked in on that end of the floor, and we rebounded the heck out of the ball. We were plus 10, plus 8, plus 10 on the glass. So we have to continue to grow in that area.
Yeah, they've out-rebounded every opponent so far this season. And again, 4 in double figures. Christian May among those, 5 threes for him. He's been a different player, especially from beyond the perimeter here lately.
Yeah, he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's having a lot of fun. His teammates are finding him. You know, he's doing some really good things, Mike. I think, you know, what people don't realize is how good of a defender he is. And, he's really increased his rebounding output. So he's becoming a complete player. We have to continue to grow, but I'm very proud of him right now.
And the Seahawks, again, on a roll, 9-1 overall. They've won 8 in a row, including the 2 last week. We'll take a break here. When we get back, it is our player profile. Kagan Jackson will sit down with C.J. Luster. We'll have that coming up next.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claude Jarrett with Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for your Medical Minute on UNCW's campus. Here in Wilmington, we are fortunate enough to enjoy a lot of sports and outdoor activities. One of the more common injuries that we see this time of year are wrist fractures. The 2 most common type of wrist fractures are distal radius and scaphoid fractures. Both are successfully can be treated. However, prevention is always the best. When possible, it's good to remember how to fall. You want to be able to tuck and roll. When you're falling, be aware of your surroundings as well. With Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our job is to help patients avoid long lines and expected cost of emergency rooms. We're able to tackle many orthopedic injuries such as acute traumas, fractures, and sprains.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Joey and Hannah here from your local Window World. Window World products are hurricane tough.
Today we have a special guest to put our windows to the test. UNCW's Sammy Seahawk. How about we start with 60 miles per hour?
Sounds good to me.
70?
Let's do it.
How about an 80 mile per hour fastball?
Won't be a problem.
Window World.
Built hurricane tough.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and Proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
Time for this week's Pepsi player profile. It's C.J. Luster II, who is a transfer on this team, transferred from Stony Brook. And Coach, I know you're itching to see him on the court. We saw him a little bit in the exhibition, but this was a big get for you guys, the way he played last year with Stony Brook, and he's a volume shooter. He could score in bunches and maybe coming off the bench for this team.
Yeah, we had our class set, and then we needed that icing on the cake, and C.J. was that. Made a huge splash with getting him. Very excited to see him out there with the guys. One of the elite shooters in the country. Reminds me a lot of KJ Jenkins, who we had, that type of shooter. So I'm excited to get him back in the fold and start working him in with different lineups. I know he's itching to get out there as well.
Preseason first team all-conference. Again, this is a guy that I think can really add another dimension and certainly more points for this team.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that can break the game open. You know, I've seen some really impressive performances in practice. I'm talking 10, 11 threes, multiple days in practice. When you have a guy like that, that's an X factor, can only help your team.
Well, excited to see him back on the court here soon. For now, we'll settle for an interview as he sat down with Kagan Jackson for our Pepsi player profile.
Seahawk Nation, this week on the player profile we have Mr. C.J. Luster from Denton, Texas, a newcomer from Stony Brook University. 42% from three last year, 18 points a game. You guys should be very, very excited. And C.J., you had a lot of big-time offers this past offseason. What made you decide UNCW?
You know, coming here, like, it was definitely a no-brainer. Coach Sid laid out the foundation and laid out everything for us, for me and my family. And, you know, coming here, just seeing the culture and seeing how everything was, like, I just fell in love with everything.
So if you see this guy, I see him walking around Trask Coliseum every day. You see him around, he's got the biggest smile on his face. Always a positive attitude. Where does that sunny disposition come from?
Really just being around, you know what I'm saying, positive people. Like, growing up around my family, like, they always push me to be better and always push me to be positive. And then as well as, like, just being here, coming in here, you know what I'm saying, being around positive people and like-minded people, it always makes the day easier, so.
Big part of your journey. You started playing, or you had played JUCO at one point or another. Now you're here in the CAA playing Division I basketball. What are some of the biggest differences from the JUCO level to playing in the CAA playing Division I?
Right. I would say some of the, you know, the biggest differences was definitely, you know, the physicality. Like JUCO, junior college, like the physicality, and you're not playing with the same bigs that you are at Division I level. And I would say that the speed a little bit, like I had to get used to the speed my first few games, but really once I got adjusted to all those things, it was kind of took away from there. So.
All right, so I got a little bit of a bone to pick with you. Okay? So you're from Texas, born and raised in North Carolina. You know we take our barbecue seriously. We had a conversation about this last week. Talk to me. Texas barbecue or North Carolina barbecue?
By far, Texas barbecue, easy, like hands down, hands down.
I'll hear you out, but you got to tell me why.
Okay, why? Because like, I don't know, it's just something about the food, it just really touches the soul. Whenever you go down to Texas, you eating Texas barbecue, it's gonna touch the soul every time.
Now, when you say barbecue and Texas barbecue, because us, barbecue really is just pulled pork. Like, are you saying like brisket?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? See, that's how I know y'all, yeah, it's a more variety. That's how I know y'all barbecue ain't the same as ours. You talk about only pulled pork though?
Have you tried the vinegar? You know, ours is like vinegar-based sauce. Have you tried it?
I don't even think I heard of that.
Okay, because yours is like thicker.
Yeah, on me it's like that sweet and smoky taste. You know what I'm
saying? You gotta try the North Carolina sauce before you make your mind up.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's getting asked this question. This is the last one for you, and I need an honest answer. You got to pick one member of our staff and one manager.
Okay.
You need somebody to buy you a basket at the end of the game. Who are you taking?
Ooh, okay. Coach to buy me a basket?
Yeah, anybody on our staff.
Oh, CP.
Cuffy's included.
I'm going CP easy. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Watch his film. His film was crazy. I'm going CP for coaches. Managers, I'm gonna have to go. Oh, I'm gonna either go Julian or Shroggy.
Shroggy?
Yeah.
No Mav?
Oh, maybe Mav. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my two. Julian or Shroggy, yeah.
All right, Seahawk Nation, this has been CJ Luster on the player profile. Big things coming from CJ this year.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $6,900 in total savings on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Hey, grab me one too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two with fries and a drink, just $5.99.
A big come-from-behind win against Marshall. Some big plays, including this one, our Wilmington Health Play of the Week.
When was the last time May took a shot?
Right here, and he hits it right on cue, Marty. Good call.
That's his first shot of the second half.
Again, Christian May, the Wilmington Health Play of the Week, that big three, Coach. Again, we talked about the free throws at the end of that game, but some key threes in that second half, and May certainly had one of them.
Yeah, it was right on cue. I heard the broadcast. It was right on cue, you know, in a game where, you know, he had started off pretty well, and then he kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit throughout that second half, and then he comes up with a big three late, and when we really needed it. You know, he's hit some timely ones for us, and, you know, we'll need him to continue to do that.
Yeah, he's right now the leader in three-point shooting for UNCW, one of the best in the conference as well, Christian May. Time for the Window World Wilmington High Impact Rebounder of the Week, and it is once again Patrick Wessler. Coach, he averaged a double-double for the week, including 10 rebounds. So, again, your 7-footer starting to really come into his own now.
Yeah, I mean, that's so important to have a guy like that, Mike. When you think back to Harlan last year, you know, when our guards were blocking out, and it was really a 50-50 ball up in the air, and he would just come out of the scrum with the basketball, come out of nowhere and get it because of his size and his knack for just being around the basketball. Patrick is doing that, and we need him to continue to do that.
So again, on the glass, a great job. He's also the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, along with those 10 rebounds, averaged 15.5 points, shot 58%, his fourth double-double of the season against Marshall. Coach, we talked on the radio show, 80 field goal attempts this season already. All of last year with Virginia Tech, he had 80 as well. So it's a different role, obviously, and he's doing well in that role this season.
Yeah, we need to continue to establish him early and often. It opens up everything for our guards. It's a pressure release for us. We don't have a lot of guys that can break you down off the dribble and get in the paint. So to be able to throw it down to him and get that penetration is very important. So we need to continue to establish him down there.
Yeah, good week for Patrick Wessler. Again, our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. We'll take our final break. When we get back, we'll look ahead to a trip to Indiana for UNCW. The Seahawks taking on Valparaiso on Saturday. We'll talk about that coming up next.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claude Jarrett with Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for your Medical Minute on UNCW's campus. Here in Wilmington, we are fortunate enough to enjoy a lot of sports and outdoor activities. One of the more common injuries that we see this time of year are wrist fractures. The two most common type of wrist fractures are distal radius and scaphoid fractures. Both successfully can be treated. However, prevention is always the best. When possible, it's good to remember how to fall. You want to be able to tuck and roll. When you're falling, be aware of your surroundings as well. With Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our job is to help patients avoid long lines and expected cost of emergency rooms. We're able to tackle many orthopedic injuries such as acute traumas, fractures, and sprains.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time. And their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Joey and Hannah here from your local Window World. Window World products are hurricane tough.
Today we have a special guest to put our windows to the test. UNCW's Sammy Seahawk. How about we start with 60 miles per hour?
Sounds good to me.
70?
Let's do it.
How about an 80 mile per hour fastball?
Won't be a problem.
Window World.
Built hurricane tough.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
Well, UNCW back out on the road. We take a look at the Southeast Mortgage upcoming games for the Seahawks, and it is a trip to Valparaiso Saturday afternoon. The game at 3 o'clock Eastern time. First meeting in quite a while with the Valparaiso and UNCW. But Coach, this team from the Missouri Valley Conference, certainly they've got some size to deal with, and should be a good opponent coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, Mike. This will be a challenging game for us. We think that it's the second best team we've played outside of Kent State. Great size for position across the board. Great versatility, great skill. It'll be, I don't know what the atmosphere will be like. I know it'll be cold up there. I know it'll be uncomfortable for us, but we need that. Being able to win on the road can really define you as a basketball team, and we're up for the challenge.
Yeah, one of just 3 non-conference games remaining for UNCW. The non-conference slate has gone very fast for the Seahawks, but again, 9-1 heading into that game Saturday, 3 o'clock, 2:45 our airtime on the Breeze if you want to tune into that. But Coach, another tough test here on the road. Best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
For Takeo Siddle and behind the scenes Riley Nance, our director and producer, I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle.